Hello and welcome back to NoBS. Today we return to talking about the mainstream media and how they're trying to meddle with our holiday season, especially here in America and places that celebrate things like Thanksgiving and Christmas. This time we're talking about getting up and getting ready for Christmas time. Thanksgiving just passed last week and Christmas is coming up around the end of December. So lots of people are shopping, lots of people are thinking about gifts and where to get their family and relatives and everyone stuff for the holiday. And the news media has a very interesting suggestion about that. They think you should shop, but only at certain businesses. They want you to shop at businesses owned by certain people only. It's almost like they're trying to say, hey, don't shop or patronize or patronage businesses that are owned by these people. You should go to these people and we'll also give you some woke points and you'll feel like a good progressive sort of futuristic hippy dippy kind of person, like you're saving this group's life. But really, in actuality, the media is actually playing favorites. They actually look a little silly with this suggestion, and we're going to get to it soon. We're going to talk about who they're suggesting we shop with and why. The reason why is actually two reasons. It's the why that they tell you and then the real reason why. So we'll get to all that soon. We're going to cover this story from top to bottom, just like always. But first, let's take a quick moment to check out our sponsor. Data tracking and privacy breaches are a bigger problem now than ever. That's why I do whatever I can to make sure my information online stays private and secure. And that means using a very, very good virtual private network. And the only VPN I trust and use comes from Virtual Shield. So keeping an account with Virtual Shield ensures I can hide my location online, preventing advertisers from building profiles on me and allowing me to surf the web anonymously and securely. Virtual Shield was built from the ground up with the average internet user in mind. It's fast, reliable, secure, and it's also available on your iPhone, Android, PC, Mac, or tablet device. So try Virtual Shield yourself today. And if you click the link below to this video, you'll get a free 30-day trial, which will let you experience true online protection with no risk or charges. Great, now that that's out of the way, let's talk more about this story. This tweet has the beginning of it is from CBS News. It says, how to shop at Black-owned businesses over the holidays. Now, that's the big answer. The big tease has been revealed. Apparently, the media wants you to shop at Black-owned businesses. Now, the article, and it doesn't say yet, but they're kind of implying only shop there. They're saying don't shop at other businesses. They're saying like, oh, if you shop at a business owned by a white person, like what's the point? You're helping the wrong team. You got to help these Black people. They need our help. And to me, it just really seems kind of like they're babying them. They're like giving them this special treatment, kind of treating them like kids. Like, oh, we better give them some extra help because they really need it. You know, those people are really, really suffering. They can't even run their own stores without this help from the media. That's how I see it a little bit. I also see it as being, quite frankly, a little bit racist, a little bit like, why does it matter who owns a business? Like what color of the skin of that business is? Like, doesn't it matter more what the product is, how the business is run? I mean, just because a business is owned by Black people doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't really give you a lot of information about it, actually. It just tells you who the boss is, like who owns that factory or whatever the business is. It could be a restaurant, could be a store selling gift cards or something like that. I don't know what businesses, but in general, the Black-owned business, it's like they're implying it's like better or something like that gives you insight to the product and who you're supporting. But that's another thing, like supporting a Black-owned business doesn't even mean you're supporting Black people. I mean, a Black guy could own the business and then every single person that works for him is of another type. They could all be white people at the business. It could be a company that's 99% white and just one Black owner. And it doesn't really, it just doesn't really translate. I understand it like in a way, like they're trying to act like they're virtuous and woke. But to me, it just comes off really strange and kind of biased and upsetting too, you know? So let's read on the article. It's by Christopher J. Brooks, and it goes like this. As Americans gear up for the holidays, social media campaigns are urging customers to spend money at Black-owned companies to help offset the devastating economic impact of the coronavirus. Although the pandemic is slamming business owners of all creeds and colors, Black firms have been hit particularly hard. More than 440,000 Black-owned establishments have closed shop for good this year, and more are expected to follow suit. Supporting Black businesses amounts to a three-step process, all of which can be done from the comfort and safety of home. Find a company, make a purchase, then post a review. So there is a bit of virtue signaling on this. They want you to kind of show that you're doing it. It's a social media campaign. So to me, that says like they're trying to get people to interact interact. And what they usually do with that is, they say, hey, we're supporting this cause, this black business cause. If you guys support it too, use this hashtag or respond to this post with a picture of you buying one of these products. And that's the thing. That's what's going on. They want to get the picture or the post and get credit for it. It's like a big kind of liberal like kind of circle jerk. And it's just really bad. And like the other thing is, I don't know how they can prove, or I don't think it's true. Like there's no black businesses are hit harder than other businesses. Like I don't see anything like that. Like I'm sure they could come up with some fake reason that's true, like the racism of the gaps or something, but all businesses are hurting. The COVID has no racism. If it's going to attack an area, it goes for everyone in the area. So if your business is suffering, so are other people's businesses. The whole idea that minorities and preferred groups of the liberals, like say the alphabets, they always try to pretend their preferred groups are getting worse treatment. They're getting hit harder by things. They say the same kind of thing with things like the depression or other problems in the world or through history. They act like their groups are hit worse. And sometimes they are. I mean, sometimes groups do get affected more in certain situations, but in this one, I'm not seeing any backup. I'm just seeing a lot of assumptions and inferences, and I'm seeing this kind of biased report coming from CBS trying to prop them up and get in on this little hashtag social media trend that I think is based on a bunch of nonsense. Connecting with black-owned businesses, people looking for a company to support can turn to sites such as We Buy Black, Support Black-Owned, and Official Black Wall Street. They are among the nation's largest and best established places that showcase entrepreneurs of color. Mandy Bowman, who started Official Black Wall Street 5 years ago, said she launched the website after watching too many black-owned businesses in Brooklyn close. Official Black Wall Street lets shoppers select from a nationwide list of companies, including ones that offer childcare, event planning, and personal training. The site is helping small business owners connect with customers that they may not have attracted otherwise, Bowman said. Now, that's interesting. Okay, the other thing I want to think of here is they're attracting customers they might not have had. So I think the customers they're attracting are like white guilt-ridden liberals, like liberals who are suffering from white guilt. They want to make up for these so-called sins of their fathers or whatever you call it. And that's why they're trying to just basically give money away to black people, buying this stuff from black companies and using their services, and supporting them's fine. I mean, honestly, you should just donate money to their causes or something. I don't know. I mean, I know people try to donate money to the BLM movement, and that money never even went to black people. So maybe buying products from businesses is a better idea. But the other thing is, this is really ironic coming from the left in their circles. Like, this is a left-wing newspaper. CBS is the most biased news out there. They're really bad. And they're writing this left-leaning article trying to support minorities and woke causes, and they're complaining about all these businesses getting shut down when it's really a lot to do with their fault. They're the reason all these businesses are closing because of the overhyping of the pandemic and the overzealous amount of lockdowns and closing of businesses and making people stay home for too long. They've ruined these businesses. They ruined their chances of succeeding and making money. And now they're trying to bring it back and say, hey, we're sorry, we're going to help you. It's like, dude, you should have not closed down all the restaurants in your town and let people go if they wanted to. I mean, I understand keeping things safe and not wanting to spread the virus and stuff, but people also should have freedom and should be able to make money and keep their stores open if they want to. There's a risk involved, but some people want or are comfortable with the risk. Some people aren't. Cities including Houston and Chicago have also created local directories. Catherine Pursley, who runs Kansas City's business listing, said buyblackkc.org started as a way to keep money circulating in the black community, but it has morphed into a broader tourism resource. They're kind of doing it as a tourism thing. It's like a gimmick. When we have people come here from out of town and they want to support black businesses, they go on the directory, Pursley said. Now, this is where I come and kind of want to flip it around and just ask yourself, would this be okay with other races? Now, I think it would be fine probably with Hispanic. If there was a Hispanic website supporting Hispanic businesses, I think that would be fine. I think that would fly with liberals and leftists, and so would maybe even like an Asian one or a Jewish business website might be okay even. But would a white one, would a Caucasian one, would it be okay to have a list of British only businesses? I don't think so. I think there's a hypocrisy here. There's a double standard where they want to tell you to shop at these companies that they approve of that have the right demographics, but then you can't do that with your own companies. Like if people did this within the white community and only shopped at white stores, that would obviously be called called racist. That would be called white supremacy, and that people would take you to jail and fire you from your job and delete your bank account. I mean, everything would happen bad if you did that with another race, the wrong race. But it's totally okay with black people. Just a classic double standard that we've seen with this kind of pandering woke community, with these kinds of leftists who love to try to pretend that they're like the parents of black people. They think black people can't make it on their own, so that they have to prop them up like this. And I don't agree with that. I don't think anyone should think that way about any other race. And that's why I treat them like I treat everyone else. I'm just an equal opportunity kind of guy. I'm not going to give special treatment to anyone just because of skin color. And I don't think anyone else should either. So with that said, that about wraps things up. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you comment your thoughts on everything below. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell for notifications. And until next time, have a great day. Also, don't forget to support us on Patreon since we've been demonetized. Go to patreon.com/nobullshit to support this channel and keep us running into 2021.